From our Milwaukee studios with stories that matter to you, this is Fox 6 News.
Good evening. The Fox 6 phones and Facebook page were pretty busy earlier today. People wondering what they saw out over Lake Michigan.
It looked like a tornado, but as our meteorologist Justin Zolich explains in our big story tonight, it was technically a waterspout.
I mean, this is the first time I've ever seen anything like it, so it's pretty cool to see.
This group of guys was together at Lakeshore Park Saturday morning when they spotted something spinning over Lake Michigan. These are pictures of what they saw.
The thin one became thicker, and then there was a funnel that started to form.
Just the big one and then the two smaller ones.
And they weren't the only ones who saw it. Between 10 and 11 Saturday morning, Fox 6 started hearing from viewers.
We are getting a lot of emails, a lot of Facebook posts, people asking what's going on.
It was a twister of sorts, but as our meteorologist Justin Zolich explains, it was technically a waterspout.
Waterspouts are actually pretty typical this time of year. A lot of it has to do with the fact that the lake water, Lake Michigan, is so much warmer than the air.
Justin says right now Lake Michigan is around 65 degrees, and Saturday morning the air was about 48 degrees. The warmer air off the lake rises, but when you combine that with lake breezes and showers up ahead, it creates a perfect scenario.
If you get winds going in different directions, and if that wind shear interacts with the updraft, that actually causes the updraft to spin or rotate up into those clouds.
And that creates a waterspout. This is video from Department of Transportation cameras. Our witnesses tell us the whole thing only lasted about 15 minutes.
These circulations, these waterspouts, are usually very small and very weak. None of them have come onto land so far today, so that's why we didn't have any tornado warnings.
And perhaps why these guys describe what they saw not as scary, but pretty cool.
It was pretty amazing, I don't really see it too often where it's stormy on one side and, bright on the other side. No, it was a really nice experience.
And that group of guys spotted several waterspouts in the same area along the lakefront this morning, but Justin says there were actually 7 of them officially spotted from Chicago to Milwaukee, I believe.
They're really pretty to me. They're really pretty, as long as they stay way out in the water, and doesn't come close to shore.
And Justin, you said they normally do that, right? They don't often come onto land?
Yeah, like we were talking about, the water, the warm water of Lake Michigan. I know we usually don't think of it as warm when we're talking about mid-60s. That's what feeds into these things. That's what gets the updraft going. So they can drift onto land, but usually if they do drift onto land, you basically cut off its energy source and it dissipates. Most of them dissipate before ever getting to land. And like I said earlier in your story there, thankfully we didn't have any reports of any waterspouts hitting land. We did have a lot of water hitting the ground.